Today we're going to talk about how to renew your membership and continue the fun in Girl Scouts for another year. The first step to do so is to visit www.gsutah.org. Of course, this is the Girl Scouts of Utah website. Once you're on this website, you'll go to the right-hand side to the My GS tab. It's in yellow so that it's easy to find. This is where you'll locate your member profile as well as the volunteer toolkit, which is a great online resource for troops kindergarten through 5th grade. So that's our Daisy, Brownie, and Junior troops. If you haven't tried the volunteer toolkit, we encourage you to log in there and do so. It has a place for you to organize your year plan with activities, to manage your budget, as well as to communicate with families in your troop. But for today, in order to renew our memberships, we're going to go to the member profile. Your username will generally be your email address. However, you may have chosen something else as your username to enter. If you've forgotten your username or your password, you can give us a call at 801-265-8472, and we can help you out with that. If you've forgotten your password, you can also click on the button down here that says Forgot Your Password, and you'll get an email to help you reset that. Today I'm going to log in as Ronald Reagan, who is a troop leader as well as a parent. Now, of course, Ronald would have to be female to be a troop leader, but for our example, we're going to leave him in that role. What you'll notice when you log in is that you've got a membership tab, a troops tab, a family profile tab, a couple of activities, a change password, and your logout. The membership tab will show your household, so all members of your home who are registered within Girl Scouts or who have information at Girl Scouts as a parent or a guardian. On the troop tab, if you are a troop leader or co-leader, you'll have access to your troop roster for all troops in which you are the co-leader or the troop leader. Your family profile is where you can edit information about each member of your household. So if you need to update the address or email address, phone number, you can do so, but you do have to edit by each individual member. Unfortunately, it doesn't carry over from one to the other, so if you need to update an address for your household, you'll need to do so for each member within your home. Now over here on the membership tab, you'll notice that you can edit the profile details for or of household members. That just takes you back to that family profile tab, but it's an easy click right from here if you need to do so. You'll also notice that the current membership year is listed, and then over here on the right hand side you have current year selected. When we renew, we're going to click on next year. But before I do so, I just want to point out a couple of items on the household. First, you've got your girls listed and all of the ways in which they participate in Girl Scouts. So you'll notice that Nancy is a member of Troop 674. She's currently active in that troop. I've also left here that Nancy was at one time an individually registered member or a Juliet. She's inactive in that role currently, but it will still show up until the end of the membership year. So you may have girls show up in your household or on your troop roster that say inactive. It just means that at one point they did participate within this troop. If you need to change Nancy's participation, add her to a new troop, or change the troop that she's currently in, you can just click on this green button and it will take you to what we call our opportunity catalog. These are ways in which you can participate in Girl Scouts. You can locate these opportunities by either choosing a specific troop number if you already know it, or by entering your zip code and a radius and clicking search. All of the opportunities within your area will then show up on the screen. So we've got our different troops that are available, their location, day start time, and you can choose to participate in those troops by clicking on the checkbox and then continuing forward. It will populate it up here and let you move forward to select those troops. Today I'm going to leave Nancy in the troop that she's currently in, so I'm going to head back and then show you a little bit of information about the adult in the household. The girl will only show how she's participating, but the adult will show their membership as well as whether or not they have a volunteer role, because sometimes we do have adults who simply have a membership and are not participating as volunteers. And so this will show both of those. You can also add a role. So if Ronald chooses to also be the troop cookie manager, you can add a role. Again, that will take you back to that opportunity catalog where you can search for opportunities within a certain radius or within a certain troop. And this time, rather than entering as a troop member, it will show specific roles for that adult to participate in. Currently we just have adult member, but if you scroll down, you'll notice there are 14 pages worth of opportunities for Ronald within this area. And then finally, I wanted to point out this area at the bottom that says add a new member to the household. If you need to add somebody to your household, whether it's an adult or a girl, you'll simply select right here and then go. Again, that takes you back to that opportunity catalog, how they want to participate, and then to the screen where you can purchase a membership. That way, if you have a girl that's ready to be a daisy, you can add her in. If you have a guardian or parent who's ready to participate, you can add that adult to the household as well. Now, in order to renew the membership, we're going to need to click on Next Year. This will populate the option for you to renew for 2017. That's our upcoming membership year that starts October 1st. So within your household, if you'd like to renew memberships for all members, you can simply keep it as renew and continue. That will take you to a screen to accept the promise and law and then on to your payment information. You can also make a different decision. So for the adults, the option for a lifetime membership is there. You can also say that they're not going to renew, whether that be their membership or their volunteer role. Or you can also click on I'll decide later and come back later on. So you might have one person within the home be ready to renew. One will say I decide later, and another, there we go. And another might be purchasing a lifetime membership. And then you can continue on and only pay to renew the membership for Nancy at this time, but you'll always have the option to come back and purchase that for Ronald later on. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward for the household. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like for a troop to renew. So if you are a troop leader or a co-leader, you will have on your Troops tab a roster of all members of your troop, girls as well as adults. Again, you'll notice the current membership year, and we'll need to change from current year to next year. That will give us the option to renew all of these members. So you'll notice that we have a couple of members who are inactive for this current membership year, and so they don't have the option to renew because they're not currently members. But for those members who are ready, again, we can choose to renew or not renew if we know they're not coming back, or decide later for all girls and adults. You can also, as a troop leader, edit information for each of these members. Just know that you cannot change birth date or grade for those girls. That's something that we'll need to do either on the council level or the household level, but the troop leader is not able to do that. And you'll also see when the criminal background check expires for each of the adults who are participating in that troop. And finally, before we renew, I do want to scroll down and let you see that you can edit troop information here. This is your meeting time and location, your frequency, start time and date. Please update this information so that we can correctly communicate that to perhaps any who are looking to join your troop. You can also add a new member to your troop, an adult or a girl. So if there's a new member of your troop that you need to add in, you as the troop leader or co-leader, you're able to do so from this tab. You simply click again on the girl or the adult and go, and that takes you to the opportunity catalog. Now as a troop, you'll need to have the girl's information in order to enter her or the adult in, so the school and household information as well as the caregiver information. So just be aware that you'll need that before you move forward, and then be prepared to pay for it on this process rather than on the household level. So if I choose to renew some folks in our troop, I'm going to click on next year, and let's go ahead and renew Nancy But for the others, I'm going to choose to decide later. We're not going to renew them right now. Right now, we're just going to focus on a few of the girls. Maybe there's a few that are trying to decide whether or not they want to come back. I'm going to continue on to the screen where we accept the promise and law on behalf of all of these folks. It'll take just a moment. I accept, and so I'm going to continue. On the payment screen, you have the option of donating any extra that you'd like, but you'll notice that the $15 membership is located right here. Now for troops, you're not able to choose financial assistance. That must be requested on an individual basis at the household level. So a parent or guardian, once they get to the payment screen, could request financial aid for their girl, but the troop is not able to do so. So you do need to be prepared to purchase that membership with your card. So once we get to this screen, we've got our $15. We're going to enter in our billing address information, our card holder information, and press continue. The next screen will be your receipt. It will say thank you, and you will also receive that receipt through your email address. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to give us a call again at 801-265-8472. If you don't receive that receipt or you're not sure if you finished the process, you'll know that you finished when it says thank you, your payment has been received. So listed on here, if you were to renew your troop, would be all girls who had renewed their memberships, and you would get a itemized receipt for all of those memberships in your email inbox. So I'm going to cancel out of here rather than purchase that at this time. It's really a pretty smooth and easy process. If you do run into any trouble, or if somebody's not listed correctly or we have incorrect information, please give us a call, 801-265-8472, or you can email us at info@gsutah.org, and we'll respond to you right away to get that corrected and ready to go so that your troop is ready to have fun in the new membership year.